In recent months, Tonali has made himself an undroppable member of Newcastle United's abrasive but supremely talented midfield unit. A genuine all-rounder, much like his teammates Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton, the Italian can take up any role that Eddie Howe demands of him. Since mid-December, he has almost exclusively been used as the team's principal defensive midfielder, releasing the other two to adopt box-to-box roles. But the trio are free to interchange as they see fit, with Howe describing the configuration as freedom within a structure. It is a formula that usually works extremely well. After helping Newcastle to win 9 of his last 10 starts in all competitions, 6 with clean sheets, the 24-year-old is now a must-pick for the Magpies. No other central midfielder in the Premier League covers more ground per 90 minutes than Tonali. He scurries around the pitch, seemingly without pausing for breath at times. Not only does he protect central areas, but the Italy international also works hard on his lateral movement, breaking up play and recycling possession on the wings too. His touch map from Newcastle's 3-1 win at Southampton last time out indicates how he is here, there, and everywhere in the Magpies midfield. Considering this, it is no surprise to learn that Tottenham Hotspur's Dejan Kulusevski is the only individual to cover more distance on average than the Newcastle star. Running 12.2 kilometers per 90 minutes, Tonali's appetite for hard work is a good example for others. Teammate Guimaraes is not too far behind either, ranking 10th on 11.5 kilometers per match. Interestingly, the same for players who lead the way for distance covered also boast the fastest average speed among Premier League players who have made at least 10 starts. Rarely slowing down into a jog, Tonali runs around with great energy and purpose. This weekend's opponents, Fulham, like to keep possession, averaging a higher share of the ball than Newcastle over the course of the season so far. As they are not possession-heavy, and perhaps at their best from transitions, the Magpies require good physicality and combative players inside the midfield that will win the ball back for them. Tonali certainly fits the bill in that department. The former AC Milan midfielder is quick to pick up loose balls and terrific at forcing regains, ranking 7th in the division for the most times possession as one in the middle third per 90. In Newcastle's victory over Southampton, Tonali made 5 ball recoveries, as well as winning for tackles and 10 duels. 3 of his 22 pressures also resulted in a turnover. Up against a tenacious Wolverhampton Wanderers midfield unit earlier in January, Tonali was the dominant figure within that domain, winning possession back on 15 separate occasions. Only AFC Bournemouth, Liverpool, and Chelsea have had more shots from transitions this season than the Magpies, 122, and Tonali and co in midfield are integral to that threat they carry from those breaks. The main tactical adjustment Howe has made of late is to release Guimaraes into more attacking positions. The Brazilian has featured for him so many times as the deepest lying midfielder, largely performing very well in that position, but it does feel like his quality is wasted a little in that role. Tonali's presence as the central member of their midfield 3 has liberated Guimaraes and given him more opportunities to break forward. Providing one of Joelinton or Guimaraes is willing to cover him, Tonali does not have those limitations put on him by Eddie Howe from a tactical perspective. The best example of this came last weekend when his rampaging third man run from deep broke through Southampton's defense. He won possession back in trademark fashion by surging forward to meet a bouncing ball, finding Alexander Isak with his header. Showing fabulous awareness, Tonali saw a hole open up down the spine of the pitch, and once Isak had laid the ball off to Anthony Gordon, he sensed an opportunity to strike. Sprinting down the middle of the pitch, Gordon picked his run out excellently, releasing Tonali to score from a 1v1. Tonali's influence has been plain to see, and what he brings to this specific role is benefiting the side enormously.